Hi, my name is Kathy Donaldson. This is my homework number 2 assignment for marriage and family. So after reading the article and watching the video by Molly on Shane and Hannah, there was a couple things that really stuck out to me and that I really learned from both of those resources. One, being in the article, learning about the marriage penalty and how it affects disabled people within like financially and them choosing to become married or get divorced. One thing that stuck out to me was like the overall like assumption that if an able-bodied person marries a disabled person, then the non-disabled person is like, it's assumed that they are financially like responsible for taking care of the disabled person, like with like their medical stuff, but like that's not always the case, and that leaves the disabled person more prone to like abuse with that person. It leaves them more vulnerable and they have no personal income to protect them. Because another thing that was mentioned in the article was how the US Census found that employees with disabilities on average earn 66 cents for every dollar earned by a non-disabled person, which leaves them to either like on the poverty line or below the poverty line. And that's due to them paying for healthcare, their housing, and just an overall basic cost of living. Another thing that I found really shocking from the article was how in the 19th century, in the 1940s, the Marriage Penalty Act tried to like force sterilization of disabled people, and so that they wouldn't spread their disabilities to their offspring, and that even if an individual with a disability isn't legally married, but they're cohabitating with a non-disabled person and they're sharing an income, that the SSA can disqualify them for holding out as a married couple, and they can lose like the benefits that they get from that, even if they're not legally married. I thought that was really shocking. From the video by Molly with Shane and Hannah, one, I thought their love story was so cute, the way that they met and everything. But anyways, I found it like really surprising that like Hannah is like, since she's non-disabled, like a lot of people like on the media and like in real life praise her for being with Shane, as if Shane isn't a valuable partner just because of his disability, or that Shane pays Hannah, or like she like uses his disability checks with like, one, what disability checks? I mean, from the information I just said, they don't get like that much in disability checks for that to be the sole reason, and they're together for like 5 years now. So but or that Hannah like must have something wrong with her to want to be with Shane. So it's like, if you have a non-disabled person and an able-bodied person and they're together, then either the able-bodied person is just using the non-disabled person, or the able-bodied person has something wrong with them to make them want to be with a disabled person. Like, it's just so profounding. And another thing that I liked from the video with Shane and Hannah was that Shane was basically explaining how like there's no line between like romance and the caregiving, and like how caregiving is already just a part, like a job of like partners, like even with just able-bodied people. I think that ways that like we can like help with this was from the article, the SSI Restoration Act that was introduced in June of 2021. How like it's supposed to eliminate the disability marriage penalty by setting the SSI benefit rate to 2 times of the individual rate. So that would increase like the benefits and the profits that like disabled people would be able to get even while being married, like with a non-disabled person or anything like that. And then another like social media influencer that I saw that like does things like this, like that advocates for disabled people, was the lady that was interviewing Shane and Hannah, Molly Burke. She's an advocate for all disabled people and everything, and does a lot of great work with that. So yeah, those are a couple things that I found really interesting from the video and the article. So yeah.